GM, everyone. Welcome back to Music NFT Radio Podcast. Today we have another special guest who's a music NFT artist and a good friend of mine and a collector. And he's a producer who makes some amazing beats, and he's also an artist who makes some dope songs himself. So happy to have Julius here to talk about a major upgrade that he's making, or a major decision he's making for his community. And he's going to be dropping his music on the new Bitcoin Ordinals. So, really staying on with the trends. Everybody's talking about Ordinals. You probably heard about the DeGods or the Yuga Labs launch over there, and some of the other projects that have been launching on the Bitcoin Ordinals NFT platform. So, I personally don't know a ton about it. I know that there's not many NFTs over there, so Julius is doing something special moving on to Bitcoin Ordinals. So if you're on YouTube, drop a like, a comment, and subscribe to Music NFT Radio on YouTube and all podcast sites. And come into the live show on Twitter. Just make sure if you're here to retweet the room. Help us get some more people in here. So, Julius, welcome to the podcast, man. I'm glad to have you on, especially to talk about something really innovative, man. So, welcome.
Man, thank you so much for having me, bro. Yeah, shout out to you as well. If it wasn't for you, I don't think a lot of these ideas would have ever started brewing. Shout out to you. Shout out to everyone listening on YouTube, and shout out to a lot of the people in here. I just want to real quick, Joey. Last night, when I did my announcement, I did a mix on this little DJ software. I did a little mix where I mixed GM and Electric, and I actually saved it, so I'll send it to you. But shout out to you, man. Shout out to Time down there. Shout out to Pika. Y'all got crazy art. And also, I just want to give a special, huge shout out to Cree down in the listeners. She is my project manager slash kind of just all around. I call her my woman manager. But yeah, shout out to Casto down there. All these people in the last couple of days really helped me figure out a new route. And Dyl being one of them, which was him always telling me, just broaden your horizons with the blockchains. We have a song together that I produced for him a while back that is on Tezos. I didn't know what the hell a Tezo was. It's really awesome what he's doing. So I'm gonna just explain a little bit about why I chose Bitcoin because
Yeah, man, that's amazing. And I have some questions for you too
yeah, please,
to lead the conversation a little bit too.
yeah,
And I appreciate that, man. I'm glad I could sort of show you the power of multi-chain. And I always say, especially for music NFTs, we should go multi-chain, You wouldn't just put your music on Spotify when you have Apple Music and Tidal and SoundCloud and YouTube. And the
exactly.
same said about blockchain. So I think what we need to do is, first we say, multi-chain is good, and there's so many ways you can do it. And one of the best reasons multi-chain is good is because you can be an early innovator to a new blockchain or a new NFT platform, especially with music NFTs, which are more uncommon. So yeah, I think the first thing to say is like, what is Bitcoin Ordinals, and why is it blowing up right now? What site are people using for the Ordinals? Like the
Yeah.
basics of it.
So okay, the basics are, I guess I could say it's about damn time, right? If you haven't noticed, we have not been able to have any type of NFT purchases or collections or anything on Bitcoin. Which a lot of people in my life, mostly like the older population of my family, always ask when they hear about NFTs, why can't I buy it with Bitcoin? Which was always a great question to me. Now with Ordinals, how it works. So if you guys know about Satoshi, so what it is one Satoshi is there's about 20,000-ish Satoshis per dollar, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, but it's a very, very, very small increment. One Satoshi is how you would do an ordinal, and how it works is so what it is
It's 1 millionth of a Bitcoin, I believe. I believe one Satoshi is 1 millionth of a Bitcoin. So with Bitcoin sitting around
I believe you're right. There's a million Satoshis in
27,000,
a bit, exactly.
so
So with
that
that
that'll
being
bring you
said,
to
there's
like
a very
27.
small, amount of memory on that. So that being said, as well, it's quite hard to get things down to 4 megabytes or smaller. mostly when it's including music and art. So yeah, what it is? So you have one. You get an ordinal is when you have one satoshi, which is 4 megabytes, like I said, and you are able to mint that art onto the Bitcoin blockchain, and then you inscript it or inscribe it. I'm sorry, and you're given inscription number. And honestly, if we could get Casto up here, he's been the dude that really has been he's been like the last couple of days kind of explaining things to me on a really intellectual level as far as like the technology
Yeah,
behind it.
he's welcome to request up. So yeah, I mean, I think basically Bitcoin Ordinals is what's allowing people to mint NFTs on Bitcoin, buy,
hmm
sell, trade. I
And as
think the
of
most
as of
popular platform it's Gamma, right?
Magic
Is
Eden as
what?
of yesterday.
Okay, so Magic Eden's live. Gamma is another one I've heard of. So there's different sites you can actually mint NFTs on Bitcoin now and pay with Bitcoin. And the reason you brought up Satoshis, which is 1 millionth of a Bitcoin, is that's kind of like the denominator for Bitcoin that people talk about. So that's kind of how that comes into play.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think it's cool what you're doing. So tell us so are you using Magic Eden to mint on
So
Bitcoin
so
Ordinal?
no. So we're actually using. She's Cree. Thank God you just came up here. She's the project manager I was just telling you about. What we're using is, let me just get the name real quick. It's
Welcome, Cree. How's it going?
GM Dill. Yes, this is all super new. This Bitcoin and like the NFTs, buying them. It is like, I guess, similar in a way to what we used to of like MetaMask and different blockchains in a way, but different, like different terminologies. So it's all pretty new, but we're figuring it out pretty quickly,
so
and
and
it's
and the
pretty
biggest the
exciting.
biggest thing. Sorry to cut you off, Cree. Is that the biggest thing for me is we came here in the beginning. I think a lot of us came here with Bitcoin being the beginning. That was kind of like how we were introduced. I am really excited to be able to do this on Bitcoin because I think that it's just the most trusted when it comes down to it, man. My whole project, about the utilities and everything. It's about integrating Web 2 and in real life musicians into Web 3. So that's why I'm using Tour.us, which is a website that pretty much you can it's like a POS POS app that is built into your site, but you can put it into your Mint site and you can actually purchase you can mint with Mastercard or Visa. So since I decided to do that, I was thinking about it and I was like, okay, well, how many people? Because I got this billboard situation in LA coming up, and I was like, okay, so if we have that kind of exposure, like how many people are really gonna like go on there and be like, okay, Ethereum, like look at this chart, this looks really, this looks really like just people that aren't into that are skeptical, like, yes, skeptical. Oh, goddamn, that are skeptical of crypto, all the FTX shit and everything they've seen. They're not gonna look at a chart like that of any of the other chains and really be like secure. With Bitcoin, I feel like it's always been known. It's on Fox News every day. It's sitting right next to the Nasdaq on Yahoo Stocks. It's like
Yeah, I mean, Bitcoin is the biggest blockchain in the world. So I think people are
exactly.
definitely going to want to mint on this new tech. So
Yeah.
I think it's definitely something worth checking out. And the point is, you can be early to a new ecosystem by minting on ordinals, whether you're collecting or whether you're an artist minting. So, what is the wallet that you use on ordinals?
For the wallet, I think it's actually just Ordinals. Yeah, Ordinal.wallet, I believe. Casto, if you want to throw me a emoji if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure just Ordinal.wallet is where I just went in. I created a wallet, and then so we're gonna mint. So how it works is you mint it, right, and then that has to be inscribed. So like I guess how it works for the apes right now, what they're doing is they're once they mint it, then they're like the owner or the holder of the NFT is then responsible to do the inscription, which they're doing like education on how to do it. They're teaching the community on how to do it. Then once that happens, then it will hit that's when it will hit the secondary marketplaces. So once you mint, I'm not gonna put the community through the whole learning thing because this is at the end of the day for musicians, not for Bitcoin ordinal maxis. This just really gives me the opportunity to get this on Bitcoin, which is the most trusted kind of first. It's the first one. This is my first collection, and it also gives me the opportunity to then turn around and take the animated generated art collection that I originally was going to put out with the spinning records. I can put that now on ETH, and I can have double the holders, and give that utility to twice as many people in my community, which is all that's all we're here for, man. It's just like being able to help out the people that helped us, man. And at the end of the day, that's every single person in the space today and last year. And dude, it's super dope too, because this is, to me, I think that this is the only way to hold NFTs in a very, very, very near, if not fully decentralized way, which that's why we all came here in the beginning too, right? Bitcoin was the beginning that everyone said, ooh, decentralization. You KYC verify on KuCoin and on Coinbase, and at the end of the day, like, decentralization is kind of key. That's where that's what the whole future of this is. And for my holders too, I just want to announce this as well. Every holder, after we're gonna do 77 days. So on the 77th day after we mint out, we're gonna do a snapshot, and everybody that is holding at that point of the snapshot is gonna receive a vinyl with their artwork on it. So we're doing a lot of cool shit, man. We're gonna be doing some some merch with some NFC chips in it. To a lot of, dude. I want to talk to you too about that Tooth Tunes thing, because you might have an idea about the old. Remember that old Tooth Tunes with like the Disney and shit? We might be able to do those toothbrushes that play music. We can maybe work on something together, Dill. But yeah, man. At the end of the day, I think it's cool because it's exactly what you taught me, but also exactly the opposite, which is you're going for all these smaller chains, and you're really trying to get people onto like the smaller blockchains, which is going to be massive in 5 years from now. That growth is just going to be absolutely disgusting, and it's going to move way faster than Bitcoin because of the simple fact that it's so cheap now. But I just want to shoot for the fucking moon, bro. Like I talked to you about when I moved out to LA, man, and just got to jump in with the big fish and just stay afloat. Not promise anything to the community I'm not going to do. At the end of the day, we're just going to grow together, see how the Bitcoin thing goes, and just push it super hard in New York. I think it's going to be really dope when people start hearing about the first music NFT project on Bitcoin. I'm really, really excited for it.
Awesome, dude. Yeah, that's really exciting stuff. I think you're doing the right thing being early to a blockchain. I was really early to Solana. I was the first music NFT on Magic Eden Launchpad. I got in there early. I was pretty early to Tezos, honestly, and Tezos has been growing consistently, but that's helped too. So, yeah, man, I think you're gonna be really successful. I think people need to learn more about ordinals. I don't know too much yet, but I'm definitely gonna learn through watching your drop, and I'm
Yeah, man.
excited
And I'm
about it.
gonna be doing a little bit of an educational course, and like doing some like VCs and shit in my Discord. A little bit before the mint, even during like NFT NYC. So maybe we could do something in Discord together, since we're gonna be there together. But yeah, man, I'm super, super excited for it. I think I think this is the start of a really cool new idea. It all happened about 24 hours ago. Me and Cree were on a call with the developer, and um, she ended up telling me to get in touch with Casto, and I'm like, wait, you mean Plug Casto, like T Thugs, my boy, Plug. So yeah, dude, he's Casto down there throwing all the claps. He's one of my
Yeah,
Kiwi
dude.
homies as well. He's really good. He's good friends with Sam, and Cree also. I think I introduced you earlier, but she's also in New Zealand. So there's a good reason why I'm moving out there in July. My family really is down there, and I'm just excited to meet you guys and Brian and Joey and just everybody in New York. It's gonna be a blast, bro. And it's gonna be a nice little going away party for me. We'll have to meet at NFT Bali for the next one, but I'm open, super open for questions
Sheesh.
and comments and any input from anyone if people want
Let's
to.
go. Well, dude, we're happy to have you here. First of all, you've got a great team around you, with Sam and everyone in the community with the T Thugs. They're awesome. So, first of all, I would love to have you come to our mint party that's happening in about 2 hours.
Well, you
Share some
already
of
know
what
I'll
you're
be there,
working on.
buddy. You already know it.
Yeah, tell Sam to come and tell them to come out. But also, what we can do is when your mint is live and ready to mint, we can do another mint party for you. So I'm happy to throw a mint party. Let's get everybody together in the community and let's get them minting some Julius Ordinals. Let's get them some minting some Dyl NFTs, and we'll keep doing the damn thing, baby. So shout out to you. Tell people how they can tap in and get ready for the mint. What's the mint price going to be, and when can they expect it?
Yo, so the mint price is going to be, I think it was 0.0027, I believe, Bitcoin. I have to check that, but it's about 50-ish US dollars at the moment. We're doing a supply of 777. You can find me mainly on Twitter at it's at Julius Olson, or actually I think it's at Julius Olson. No, my bad. It's Julius Olson, ITS. Um, and yeah, you can definitely find me here. I'm going to be doing another. I'm doing a podcast today. I just posted. It's at 8 p.m. tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern. Um, I'm going to be doing it with the homie VRAD. So if everybody could go up there and just set a reminder, that'd be super dope. I would love if if Casto could come in and talk some shit about ordinals, and also would love if Dill could come in and play a song, whatever, man. It would be dope because honestly,
I'll
you know,
definitely try to tap in.
you
Is
were a
what
part of the
is
journey, so it'd be
8 p.m. what? 8 p.m.
8 p.m.
West Coast.
Eastern.
8 p.m. Eastern. All right, that's better. Yeah, I could try to tap in. I'll try to be there,
But yeah,
bro.
and if you guys could just, even if you can't make it, if you guys could just click that pinned tweet and go show some love and just RSVP so that get more traction, it'd be amazing. And yeah, so if anyone has any questions in the crowd, and
Yeah, well, Fear may have had a question, and so let's go to Fear first. What's up, Fear?
Nope, I'll wait a minute. Let him go ahead and finish. But yeah, I'm listening to him.
Yeah, only questions right now, guys, because we're recording a podcast with Julius about the Bitcoin Ordinals drop. So, Tricky, you got a question or some feedback for Julius?
Yeah. I was curious, what's the transaction fee like, the gas fee on ordinals?
this is definitely where the homie Casto clicks that accept speaker thing and he comes up. Nah, honestly, from what I've seen,
I've heard
it
20
hasn't
to
been.
50 bucks. Is that right? 20
No, it
bucks?
depends on the time, entirely. But I've seen anywhere from like $12 to like $30.
All right. Word. Well, that gives us some info. That's good to know. Thanks
I
for the
could be completely
question,
wrong
Tricky.
though. At the end of the day, like I said,
All right, well, something to look into. Definitely look it up. I'm sure that info is not too hard to find.
that's
But
what I'm.
yeah, man, love what you're doing. It's interesting stuff. We need to learn more about it. And we'll definitely have a mint party for you and keep the vibes going. So let's get it, everyone. Music NFT Radio Podcast. We're running live on Twitter every single day. So make sure you go over to YouTube and subscribe, Music NFT Radio. And make sure you're also subscribed and following, liking, commenting on podcast sites and wherever you listen. If you're here in the space, go to the bottom right and retweet the room. Let's grow this place. Let's freaking get it. So shout out to you, Julius. Thank you for coming in,
Of
and we'll
course,
keep it
bro. And
going.
then, real quick before you end this, I know I got I got something I gotta show you real quick because I think we
Yeah,
should
I'm not
end the
ending the
podcast
show,
with this.
guys. I'm just ending the
I'm gonna end the
podcast
podcast
recording.
with our song real quick. So give me 4 seconds.
Yeah, let's play it. What, ain't no reason? You want me to cue it up?
I already got it. And no, not that one.
Sheesh.
Do you
Oh.
ever feel anxious? Like
Shout out to Dill. Shout out to all y'all.
you can't think straight. And your heart rate goes crazy. I wake up and look at my phone. I see that you thought I feel nothing. Motivated, I'm starting my day. I'm staying young cause it's lovely. My energy cannot be faced. Back in the day, they were rocky. Created my demons myself. This anxiety is lovely. I need me a special one for my baby. Wherever it take me, I'm ready. I take it and bury it. Deep in my heart, but your love is so heavy. I'm falling confetti. My cake is superior. Leather interior. Why you so serious? Smiling Ontario. Used to flip both, but I do not need Cheerios. Won't give a statement on all of my material. I wake up and look at my phone. I see that you caught to feel nothing. Motivated, I'm starting my day. I'm staying GM cause it's lovely. My energy cannot be fazed. Back in the day, they would roll me. Created my demons myself. This This anxiety is ugly. This girl's so beautiful, we get a noodles and I do not doubt that she loves me. I look at my phone and my ex even texting me, don't need a bitch who could judge me. I don't need a picture, she calling me mister, I'm making her mad. She said that I pissed her, cheering her up when I lean in and kiss her. I'm feeling anxious, making me shift. I wake up and look at my phone. I see that you called up, feel nothing. Motivated, I'm starting my day. I'm saying GM, this is lovely. My energy cannot be faced. Back in the day, they were me. Created my demons myself. This anxiety is ugly. You can't think straight.
Shout out to Dyl. Me and him made that on our own. Sent him some beats that I made.
I don't wanna let you down. I don't wanna let you down. I don't wanna let you down. Do you ever feel anxious? Like, I don't wanna let you down. I don't wanna let you down. I got anxious smoking my weed, but I bury it and got a free. I was paralyzed after my sleep. I'm nice, but don't think that I'm sweet. I only take crypto, don't pay me in cash. If she playing games, that don't let me get mad. I ain't roller coaster, control my emotions, not to make it flat. I wake up and look at my phone. I see that you called, I feel nothing. Motivated, I'm starting my day. I'm staying GM cause it's lovely. My energy cannot be fixed. Back in the day, they were me. Created my demons myself. This anxiety is ugly. You can't think straight. And your heart races. Do you ever feel anxious?
Fucking gas. Thank you so much for having me. We'll get that shit out on the
Sheesh.
blockchain soon. And yeah, I see some other people came up. What up, Time? What up, all y'all? Yeah, and, thanks for having me on the
Let's
podcast,
go.
brother. Y'all tune in next
Hell
time
yeah.
for Music NFT Radio. Bitch.
Let's go, guys. Tap in on the live show on Twitter. We're going to keep it going, baby. Shout out to everyone here now. Let's go.